Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Looney, and today I'm doing something I haven't done in a while, and I'm revealing my entire Robinhood portfolio. No cherry picking, no filters, the wins, the losses, the lessons. But more importantly, I'm going to walk you through why I'm holding, what I'm holding, and the strategy behind each position, and yes, some of the trades that I do regret. Quick plug before we get into it. The Discord is free to join, and then I also offer a premium membership, which gives you coaching, and I do trade callouts. I have an option selling course there, $8 a month. The links to that are in the description. All right, let's pull up my entire portfolio. I'm sitting at 55,000 past year. I'm up 30%. So overall doing pretty well, or I'm pretty proud of my return. And let's start with stocks. So let's scroll down here and go down to the stocks and ETFs. Now it says I'm holding 29 positions, but in reality, only about 5 of them are my genuine positions, and I believe in a long-term hold. And that's because when I first started investing, I was just kind of going everywhere. I was investing into different names and just trying to get my foot in the door. And doing that, I allocated my cash pretty much everywhere. So that's why I have a bunch of positions that have small amounts here and there, and they're kind of overlapping with one another, and I'm sort of getting that diminishing return. So I stopped doing them, and I'm just simply holding and just waiting for a good time to sell them. So I'm waiting about 100% is probably where I'll look to sell some of these off, TSM being the closest to selling them. And it's not because I don't think these are good positions. I think a lot of these companies are strong and good long term, but I'm not really looking for safe return. I do want that more aggressive, risky trade. And that's why if we scroll up here, I have my main positions. So I have Riot, Mara, and SoFi. Those are my 3 main ones. I own 800 of Riot, 200 of Mara, and 400 of SoFi. All these make up around 60% of my portfolio. I'm also building Hood. I'm slowly dollar cost averaging. Small position for now, but I do plan to build this as time goes on. But we can see that SoFi, Mara, and Riot, I'm up pretty big. I'm up 50%, 20%, and almost 100% on SoFi. And these, again, just long-term positions, building these. And I plan to acquire more shares. I don't think right now is the best time to acquire them. We've been seeing everything is a little overbought, and the market's running a little hot. So I want the market to digest really what's happening and where the stocks are truly valued at. So I'm not really planning to acquire more shares of Riot, Mara, or SoFi in the near term, but I do plan to just hold them. And we're going to get into my options and how I'm actually earning income while holding these shares. But before we get into it, let's get into crypto, because also these stocks that I do, Riot and Mara, are crypto mining companies. So not only are those involved with crypto, I also own some crypto. And again, I ran into the same issue when I first started, is I just kind of started everywhere. But the good thing is crypto, they had less to offer. So at the time, they only had about 11, and I ended up selling out of, I think, 2. So I have about, 8. I guess the math would be 8, but I think I do have more than 8 positions open on crypto, but my main ones are Ethereum, Doge, and Bitcoin. I'm doing $3 a day. Same idea, building a position, building a long-term position. I do take profits every now and then, not recently, but I do take profits when I think it's appropriate, and that's why my positions are a little different or a little small. My Bitcoin is, I would ideally want it to be my biggest crypto holding, but as of now, I have taken a lot of profit, and I only have around 1,600 in it, around 3.7% of my portfolio. These other ones, I'm still dollar cost averaging, but I'm not doing it as aggressive. And this one, I'm only have $1 a day. So these are the ones that are small positions, still holding. And this one was actually struggling for a bit and finally is recovering a little bit. And that's Shiba. So still continuing to dollar cost average and just putting a little amount every day. I'll plan to do a little bit more if we go into some sort of bear market or there's a lot of fear in the market. And that's kind of my overall strategy with a lot of these. I'm waiting for that fear to kick into the market to deploy my cash. So I do own around 7,500 in cash, waiting for an opportunity, waiting for some kind of black swan event to deploy it, whether it's crypto, stocks, or even some options. So let's get into the options now. So options, I mainly sell puts, sell covered calls, and collect that income. Now, right now I'm selling covered calls on Riot, SoFi, and Maro, like I just disclosed back on when I was talking about the stocks. But unfortunately, these stocks have run a little hotter than expected, and my covered calls went in the money, and now I'm having to roll them and manage them. A lot of them I have to pay to roll, which is not the worst thing, but it's not ideal. It is taking some of my gains away, and I'm just continuing to manage them. That's why a lot of these are negative percents, but I did just recently roll them to a better break even. For example, Mara, my break even is at 20.95, so I was able to get a bigger break even just by simply rolling it. I rolled it up like 1 or 2 strike prices and out 30 days. And this gave me some breathing room for my stocks to appreciate and ideally keep these shares and not let them get called away. On the other hand, I am selling puts very cautiously. I'm only doing it on one stock, and that's Oscar. This is a new position. I saw a little bit of an opportunity here. It seemed to be oversold, and the fundamentals look good. So I decided to sell some puts on it. I have around 4,800 in cash collateral to deploy in case the stock drops further. I'll probably get a sign on that $15. I don't know about that $13. I might do more puts. We'll see where things go. But as of now, this is my position. Selling puts, I'm okay with getting assigned, and then possibly selling covered calls when I own the shares. And the last thing with options is I have some buying options. I mostly do selling, but every now and then I'll do a buying option play, and that's these buy calls. So I have a Riot $5 call. This is a long-term position as well. So I don't plan to sell these off or exercise them right now, maybe in the future, but as of now, I'm up 135% on this position alone, or 540. And SoFi, similar situation, up 74% and up $568. So these buy and call options, I did them when there was a lot of fear in the market, and I was able to buy at cheaper prices. And obviously, I've had some regrets overall. You can see I kind of just was investing everywhere when I first started. I wasn't honed in my conviction plays. So as of now, I'm still learning as I go, but it is a journey. It's not perfection, but it is strategy, risk management, and just overall staying consistent. Smash that like if you're on your own portfolio journey. Drop a comment with your biggest win or regret this year, and let's keep stacking. Catch you in the next one. Peace.